Hey, I'm Andy, and welcome to Rock, Roll, and Red Plaid. Okay, back at it again on the Rock, Roll, and Red Plaid podcast here with John. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Halliwell, is that it?
Halliwell.
Halliwell, John Halliwell. How are you, John?
I'm doing fine, Andy. Thanks. How are you?
Doing good. We're snowed in here in Boston today, so hopefully hopefully a little bit better where you are on the globe today. So, you know, it was really great. Thank you for being so prompt and ready to come on this show. I don't even know how we connected initially, but we did, and I'm glad we did because right off the bat, the band that got me into playing music first in my life was Queen. And for those of you who are listening who don't know what John does, would you like to explain a little bit what you have a role in, kind of that, a little bit?
Yep. I'm the drummer in a band called One Night of Queen. It's a show, and ultimately we set ourselves out to play Queen songs as if you've come to see Queen live, like from Wembley, that sort of energy, where the band they just hit the stage and everything's just electric from start to finish. That's what we aim for.
Fantastic. And I will say, going through the clips online, it's nothing short of that. And it takes a lot for me to try and go out of the norm like that. And you guys hit it spot on. So, and that's not me being a show host either. That's me being legit. So, yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time in your life hearing Queen, and what it did to you?
I don't remember the first time I heard Queen, but I remember when I first got to know Gary. Gary's the singer in the band. He does Freddie.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like I met Gary when I was 15 years old and went into his house, and on his bedroom wall he had Queen. He'd hand drawn it and coloured it all in. Huge Queen fan, always has been. And he
Right.
said to me, "Do you like Queen?" And I'm 15 at the time, and I'm like, "Of course I like Queen. Everyone likes Queen, you know." And he's like, "Right, what Queen songs do you like?" So I start naming all the songs, and he's like, "That's just the singles. Do you know any
Mm.
albums?" And I'm going, "Actually, I don't." So he said, "Okay, hang on." And he went in, and this will show you how long ago it was. He gave me a tape, and it was Queen
Oh,
2.
oh boy.
And he said, "Let's start with this one." And that was it. Life changer.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Queen 2 is one of those ones. I mean, everybody knows the iconic photo, but diving deep in that, White Queen, Seven Seas of Rhye, of course, and Ogre Battle.
Wow.
Ogre Battle blew my mind the first time I heard that. It starts backwards and then it goes forwards. Like, what is happening? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm
yeah.
sure hearing that as a what's the easily influenced teenager as we all were, you sit there and you're going, you almost want to take your headphones off and step away from it, as I kind of did the first time I heard Queen. It's like, what is happening here? It's very important to us all as we've come to know. Um, Absolutely. Um, what does it feel like, now that you're in this act, One Night of Queen? What does it feel like delivering this music to all over the world? You said you're on the continent at this point, and you're going here, there, and everywhere. What is the reaction must be uncanny.
It's amazing. It's an honor. Like I know that sounds cheesy to say that sort of thing, but it really is. That's the only word we can use to describe it. It's an absolute honor. We do our best to go out there and play to our absolute maximum every single night. When we play songs like "The Show Must Go On," for example, we'll do our first set, we'll do our second set, and then we'll disappear. We'll come back on for the encore. And everyone's, you can see them, you can hear the crowd. They're all kind of going because they think "We Will Rock You's coming," but it isn't.
Mm,
It's "The Show Must Go On."
yeah.
And as soon as it starts, you just see people's face change, and you realize just how important that song is to a lot of people, just how important Queen is to a lot of people.
Yeah. I about a year and a half ago now I went to see Queen with Adam Lambert at the Boston Garden, and I remember this is kind of funny. This little kid with her parents, she couldn't have been more than 5 or 6 years old, knew every single song, knew every single word. And as we're walking out, I overhear her going, "They didn't play The Show Must Go On. What is this?" Little critic, you know. But again, you're right. That song has reverence. It has importance,
Yeah,
because he never got to play that live, Freddie, you know.
exactly.
And it's one of his most
Mhm.
amazing performances.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
powerful. It really is. Do
Yeah.
you know another thing actually? Like I'm in France at the moment.
Okay.
We're halfway through a month's tour over here. There's 18 shows on this, and we've just played show 10. So
Okay.
the audiences over here are the same in the States, actually. They're getting younger and younger as time's going on. And
Wow.
it's amazing. It's amazing. There's so many teenagers now that come to see the Queen tribute band.
Mm.
And the thing is, right, these folks, they know, like we'll throw in the odd little obscure album track and they know it and they know all the words to it as well. And it's like, that's amazing.
That's really
Absolutely
cool.
amazing. And the thing as well is like you get talking to some people and they start telling you about how they listen to Queen. They'll listen to the album from start to finish. They don't just
Yeah.
shuffle through all random Queen songs or,
Mm.
it's like it was when I was growing up. Like you'd have a record, you'd put it on, you'd start on
Mm.
side A, you'd flip it over, and then you'd do side B. And that's exactly the way a lot of people are listening to Queen now. And it's really nice to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same for me. I mean, the first album I bought with my own money when I was 10 years old was News of the World. You know,
Oh, yes.
10 years old, and I will be 31 in April. So, and I still have that copy somewhere dilapidated and all busted up somewhere. So, and since has been repurchased and digitalized and whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Um, you being the drummer, so playing the part of Roger Taylor, uh, what are some, and this is kind of more of a playing side thing, what are some of the quirks and idiosyncrasies of Roger's playing that for playing those Queen songs are a must? I know that hi-hat backbeat is a one thing, you know.
Yep. Straight up. Yep. I'd say the most important thing when you're doing Roger Taylor's drum parts is high level of energy. He certainly he wasn't slacking when he wrote those drum parts, and when he plays them live, you just look at the guy and he's just like a dynamo. In fact, they
Yeah.
call him the Sonic Volcano. It's
Nice.
incredible. So for me, approaching it, the first thing is high energy. Suits me fine. That's my personality with playing drums as well.
There you go.
I'd say the snare hi-hat open thing, you absolutely 100% have to get that in there
Mm,
because otherwise you're just kind of doing a cover of a Queen song. But if you're going to pay tribute to Queen, you really got to make the effort to, do your best to make it sound as close to Roger's playing as you possibly can. So another thing I'd say is I've got great respect for Roger for is while he's doing all this high octane drumming, while he's doing all this amazing, like really relaxed vibe as well, he's singing.
oh,
Do you know what I mean?
unbelievable.
And not only that, he's singing high,
The high
and that's
notes.
that's bloody hard.
Yeah. So many,
So yeah,
yeah, so many friends of mine who, yes, are Queen fans and know the material. I have a friend who she knows a lot of it, and then she'll go and listen to the super high harmonies, and I said, that's Roger, and she had no idea, and she's been listening to this stuff longer than I have, and go watch the live version, and she goes, well, I'll be, you know.
yep,
And those aren't like those are stratosphere parts, those are like likened to Michael Anthony from Van Halen with his high notes in the background too. The same kind of thing there. You know, it's all these crazy high harmonies and like I just think of the from A Night at the Opera with 39, that little break in the middle where he just goes way in, and me being the husky baritone tenor that I am, I'm going, not even gonna try that. Nope. Not gonna try.
Yeah.
It takes a special talent.
We used to, Gary and I, like we've been friends for a long, long time. And when we were teenagers, we'd go out on our mountain bikes and we'd do like 20-mile treks to go visit a friend, have dinner, and then cycle back. And
Sure.
all the way there and all the way back, like we had our own band and stuff. And what we would do is we would just sing Queen songs all the way there and all the way back down these little country cycle paths. And 39, that was one of our favourite ones to
Uh,
do. So Gary would be doing all the Freddie parts. We had no idea what we were going to end up be doing later on in life. He'd be doing all the Freddie parts, and I'd be doing my best to do the Roger parts. And as time went on, we were getting closer and closer to getting that high note. And then it was one of those summers where you're just out on your bike every single day. And we got it. Eventually, we got it, and we managed to just
wow.
keep going and keep going. And then fast forward now, all these years, we don't play 39, and I don't know if I could hit that high note anymore. But you know,
Yeah, I know when I the only like I said the time I saw it, of course this is only a year and a half ago. Brian just sat down him and an acoustic guitar and he just did it and he had everybody else sing along in the audience. So it was kind of like a kumbaya kind of thing, you know, campfire vibe, which would be great too, you know, and it was just it was uh, as great. I love that song. It's easily one of my favorites, but that little spice in there is just that little piece missing. You know, I would have loved that
yeah,
too, but you know,
yeah.
it happens. Um, Speaking of different favorite Queen songs, what would be one of your favorite Queen songs to listen to versus to play live?
Okay.
Hmm.
Mustafa.
Mm.
That is a song I love personally. If I'm going for a shower, I'll stick Mustafa on. It starts with an Islamic opening,
Yep.
Ibrahim and all the rest of
All
it.
that stuff.
Uh,
Yep.
and we love it. You know, when we're
Yeah.
driving around America in the tour bus, we have got the volume cranked and the drumming, guitar work, Freddie's vocal, everything in that song is just absolutely rocking. But it's not a song that we would put in the set
No.
because we don't think anyone would know it and they'd probably wonder what the hell we were doing.
Yeah. But
But that just
still,
shows you how varied Queen were. You know,
no,
one
it's
minute
all
of
over
them
the
was,
place. All
I know
over the
it's weird,
place.
isn't it? It's like some little 1920s thing into like some blazing heavy metal into some anthemic. It's,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah. But to play live then, I guess one of your personal favorites on that end. Um,
Oh, wow. I'd say for me, live, Fat Bottom Girls is an excellent song to play live.
well, that's
It's
all
just that,
drums, man. That's all
oh man, that
boom,
groove.
boom, boom. You know, all any
Yeah,
that anything.
it's
It's
huge. It really
yeah.
is.
It's almost akin to Running with the Devil.
Yeah,
That backbeat, you know,
yeah,
or
yeah.
even not even backbeat. It just seems it's somewhere between that and Four on the Floor, which sounds weird, but it's just pounding you into the ground, you know.
Yep, yep. And then there's the
Yeah.
drum fill as well, right in
Oh
the,
yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
taking the second chorus. It's like, what the hell's he playing? Do you know when I was learning that, I had to go in and, you can like slow it all the way down.
Sure.
I had to slow it as slow as I could possibly get it just to try and actually make out what the hell is Roger playing there? It's so fast.
It,
Wow.
you know, and also akin to the band you're sporting on your shirt there, that reminds me of a many a Neil fill, you know.
Yeah,
I'm sure,
yeah.
perhaps, I'm guessing, I think every drummer goes through a Neil phase, you know. I think it's
I'm still
mandatory.
going
It's
through mine.
mandatory, I think, at that
Yeah.
point. You know, you must. You must. We all do, you know. Um, what would you tell people that see what you guys do and unfortunately wouldn't give you a chance and just call you guys a cover band, what would you bring to them?
First and foremost, we pride ourselves on what we've always done is we've always been a band. Every single member of this band has always been a musician. That's what we've always done, right? Since we were kids, all the way right up until now. And we pride ourselves, like most bands like go do, they pride themselves on getting on that stage and rocking, really just bringing the fire every single night. So whether or not people think, oh, I'm not going to go see a tribute band because, it's just a cover band or it's this, that, and the next thing, go and see. You might be surprised. And the thing about us is, well, like I said earlier on, our Bible is Queen live at Wembley. And when we come out, we try and do our best to do exactly what Queen did and just come out and just blow the audience away with absolute sheer electricity and energy. So if people are interested in coming to see the band, but the little thing, it's just a cover band, come and see. Come and see. You might be surprised.
Y'all will. I'll tell you one thing. I saw I just seeing the clips, man, on the video. And I'm like, I will admit, I thought that way for a while, and then I saw the video clips, and I'm like, okay, time out. Hang on a second. There's something special here. And again, not a show host, legit. So, um, yeah, I mean, Gary really pulls out all the stops playing the role of Freddie. I mean, he really sinks into being it's like method acting, and of course being a fantastic singer as he is. What do you think makes him different than any other of the quote unquote Freddie impersonators? Because he takes it to leagues different, in my opinion too. But what do you think?
I'd say it's probably a combination of a couple of things. The first thing with Gary is he doesn't hold back. He's all in. He's just all in. And the second thing is that he is a die-hard Queen fan. Always has been since he was tiny. He studied Freddie Mercury as a fan. He lives and breathes Freddie's moves. He just does them. He doesn't even think about it. It's awesome. But the thing about Gary as well is his performance, his energy. It's amazing. We do our best as the band. We'll come in every night, like I say, we'll bring the fire. But Gary is the lightning rod, straight up. Like the audience don't even look at us; they're too busy looking at him. He just grabs their attention and holds it for the whole night.
Oh, unbelievable. And I've seen, again, those clips I've seen. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, John. Um, have any members of Queen commented on you guys' show? If so, have what have their thoughts been? You know.
Yeah, Gary was in contact with Brian May. This was a good few years ago, and there is a quote. If you ever see any of our posters advertising our
Oh, I
shows,
see.
it says more than a likeness, Brian May. And apparently that is what he said. Gary won a TV show back in the day over here in the UK. Well, over there in the UK, I'm in France. He then did a big European thing as well. It was a huge, huge deal long before The Voice and things like that. So
Wow.
he became famous for doing that. And and that's when Brian said what he said, more than a likeness. So
Can hear his voice saying that. That soft, elegant English voice, more than a likeness. I can't even do it, but you know what I mean. You can hear him
that's pretty
saying
good.
that. Did it ever feel at one point playing these Queen songs in the way you guys do, ever feel like treading on sacred ground, as in like these songs are so loved and so revered as we all do, that if one little thing was messed up, someone would throw a chair at you. You ever get that
Yep,
feeling like you're really under the gun there? You know,
definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can.
There is pressure on to get it right. But you know what? All the big bands out there, like Pink Floyd tributes, Beatles tributes, they're all out there. They're all playing this legendary stuff. So you
Yeah.
just do your best. Bring your A game the best you possibly can.
Oh, that's so cool, man. Really, really is. Where can we find your stuff online for your shows and your socials and everything for this One Night of Queen thing there?
Best thing, we've got a US tour coming up this March, kicks off. It's a 2 month US tour. We are starting over on the west, working our way east, and then
Okay.
down finishing in Florida.
Okay.
So, in fact, I've got the dates right here. We're not going to be in Boston. I'm just
Ah, that
looking.
was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I'm wondering where the closest to you would
That is
be.
the closest. Yeah, one of that is my next question.
We're doing Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom
I've
in
been
New
there.
Hampshire.
I've been there. Yep. Seen
Love
plenty of
that
people
venue.
there.
Yeah, we're,
Yeah.
we're doing that. That's in April 26th.
That no
Over,
kidding. April
yeah,
26th, that's my birthday.
no way. Well, have you got plans for your birthday? Maybe you could come and see a Queen tribute
Well,
then.
we'll see. Something to, at least to see you guys anyhow.
Yeah,
Oh
that would be
man.
cool.
That would be. I love that place too. I don't know if you've been to that venue before. Nice, especially in the summer because it's right on the shore there. Dare I say, very seaside rendezvous.
Oh,
I had to do that. Sorry.
excellent,
Oh
excellent.
man. Um, so apart from the US tour, you doing that and traversing anywhere else after that, or has it remained to be
Uh,
seen?
yeah, we spend most of our time in either the US or France. Later on this year, we've got Denmark coming up. We got some UK shows.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool. By chance, and I know you got your US tour already figured out, but if ever you wind up, I don't know if you guys have done this or if it was another tribute act, but there's a place called the Cabot Theater in Beverly, Massachusetts.
Don't know it.
I
No.
don't know that. Okay. Because literally the town I'm in, right next over. And
Oh,
it's a really nice theater. It's like I had to say 800, maybe 1,000 people. Nice. It's like a converted movie theater, basically. It's just one of these nice little places that's having bands now. They had Buddy Guy, they had Smash Mouth, they had Henry Rollins, all these different people that just came in, and it's like it's turning into kind of a scene over there.
nice,
So who knows, maybe at one point that'd be kind of fun, you know.
nice.
But
We've got we've got Plymouth coming up. I'm just
Plymouth.
looking here at the dates. We've got
Okay.
Plymouth, Massachusetts,
Hmm.
Lowell, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's even closer. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, right. What else we got? Bangor, Maine, Woonsocket, Rhode Island,
Hmm.
Keene, New Hampshire, Syracuse, New
Yes.
York.
So that'll be like still around the same April times there, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is all from yep, mid-April, all the way
okay.
through mid-April.
I
Yep. So for
know.
those
Yeah.
dates, go to GaryMullinandTheWorks.com and then you'll find all our tour dates in there.
Fantastic.
Look us up on Instagram as well, either Gary Mullen or Jon Halliwell
Alrighty.
or
Well,
One Night of Queen.
well, yeah, all over the place. Very good. Well, John, I think we've had our time here, and this has been really great. So I really want to thank you so much for coming on, and maybe I will just, show up at one of these shows, and if I do, I will let you know.
Please do.
Yeah, let's just say hello, and
Aye.
but either way, my friends, I'm gonna stop the recording here, and this has been the Rock, Roll, and Red Plaid podcast. I forget what episode we're on, but it doesn't really matter at this point. We're good. Yeah. For more of my original content, visit my website, www.andyconley.com.